Howdy, Internet. I'm Kaiju Billy, and welcome to my new web series, Odeumasochism. You know, when I was putting this show together, I had no idea what to review first. It was driving me crazy to find what movie I would make my first impression with and whatnot. Then it hit me. Hey guys, I need a movie review.
What kind of movies are you reviewing?
It's gotta be really bad sci-fi, and nothing that's currently in theaters. Oh shit. Hey! I love this book. I know they made it into a movie.
Ba ba ba.
I don't think they fucking did. Fuck my ass. This movie was horrendous. Look, I love the book. It's been a while since I last read it, but I remember it well enough to know the damn thing took place after the fucking apocalypse. This was a self-indulgent, unclean hog that wallowed in its own gluttony after severely going over budget, and by the goddess does it show. I admit, I have no first-hand experience with filmmaking, which is why I took the job of film critic and decided to mock those who decadently flaunt theirs. Me and him don't get along. So why did I hate this movie? Fucking shorter list would have been the things I liked about this movie. Hell, the list of reasons this movie would have been burned at the stake is almost as long as the list of important events the fucking movie left out. Gone but not forgotten. I know adaptations are a tricky thing to handle. Things have to be changed, settings accommodated for. What looks good on paper won't look ideal when projected in real time. But changes have to make sense. They have to add, compensate for the cut material. What does the film glorify in a lack of plot substance? Brad fucking Pitt. And I am not exaggerating. This film narcissistically shoved his face into every uncomfortable wide-angle shot he could afford, having me pining for the unsung subtlety of Man of Steel.
I am Jesus!
Maybe not so subtle. Kick 'em while they're down, eh, Forster? I know I'm bitching, but this needs addressing. Why does Hollywood have the need, as well as actors, to shamelessly shove the fact that it's their faces we need to focus on? Take Dredd and Judge Dredd. The character was supposed to be a faceless, almost expressionless deliverer of the law that never revealed his face. The metaphor of loss of individuality and blind justice, keeping pretty true in the newest incarnation, which I absolutely recommend. The original, starring Sylvester Stallone, decided to derail the entire premise and go in the dead opposite direction, deciding we need to know how Stallone was reacting, what Stallone was thinking. Hollywood, why do you have the need to find the most chauvinistic, arrogant, blatantly conceited faces to be in your movies? Plenty of other actors exist that will be happy just to know their name was attached to something great. Other than bitching about what they didn't keep, what did I think about the things they did put in, or even did keep? Well, how about that fucking title? Yeah, that's it. Everything you loved about that title just shines in its all vaunted glory. To be honest, the things they put in were ridiculously padded. Almost every establishing shot was done either really well or piss-poor close-quarter shots, and the places themselves seemed boring and uninteresting as the rest of the cast in this movie. The only thing I could take as a positive moment that I can genuinely say was entertaining was the trailer fodder that everyone was wanting to see. The wall climbing. Taking everything else aside, that moment when all the zombies were clamoring together to form one giant mosh pit of a human ladder were 5 minutes of genuine awesomeness. But even they found ways of choking all joy from it just seconds later. When the zombies, I have to use this term lightly, as they seem more like the world's most intense meth heads, ascend and launch themselves over the wall, they were creating a type of human landing pad for the others, sort of driving the whole hive mentality borderline obsession that could almost be worthy of a Romero moment. You know, where in Dawn of the Dead, a much better zombie film, the zombies were walking around the mall, continuing to cling to the objects they had grabbed in their own greed during the zombie outbreak. What did we get? Fucking skydiving undead, capable of taking cars to the face and walking off their injuries as if they were just knifed in the arm. Yes, people, this scene is happening. Wait a fuck. Did that... And my second fucking complaint about this fucking thing. The CGI is so glaringly horrible. They don't even look like people 90% of the time. Just crappy Muppets being drug away by the editor's mouse. Tell me you don't want to hear this while watching the movie.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the
You know, for an interesting question, I'm sure anyone with a Facebook has too. Why do we gain the ability as zombies to rip through a man's ribcage, yet we struggle with pickle jars and bags of chips? Apparently this movie felt the need to add an amendment. And if we fall as humans from drops of greater than, say, 10 feet, and break almost any and every bone involved in the impact, how the hell are they surviving flinging themselves several stories from roofs or from the top of that damn barricade? Trading cards could be made from the sheer amount of stupid moves these people make. Oh good, maybe Pitt burning in a plane crash will heighten my mood. See? Not a fucking scratch on his damn face. He was in a sea of writhing body parts. Do you just want to touch the thing? A silent moment, so we, the audience, can know how Brad Pitt feels sad about the scene of immense chaos and death. Notice the shallow breathing and look of concern just barely letting itself be known. Surely Pitt is the victim of these tragic events. Dare that dog try to cut in on Pitt's moment! To the dungeon with thee! So, after an eternity of deep breathing and awkward grunting serving as the only dialogue, we finally get to the plane crash. This is not the face of an amused man. Alright. Here it is, folks. I warn you. I fucking warn you. Abandon all hope, ye who pass! This is the most bullshit, contrived, asshat, backwards way for zombie outbreak to be handled on a plane. We see the first-class passengers being viciously attacked while Pitt stands there observing it all, letting us know once more how it is he feels about what's occurring. He then proceeds to quietly alert the other passengers who, also silently, begin to barricade the thin sheet separating them from the rest of the zombie horde. Yes, folks, in the event of a mid-air breakout, those annoying rolling bags and thin sheets are all that will protect you from life or death. One of the bags, however, manages to fall and makes enough of a sound that the zombie hungry hippo hears it above all the yelling of the other passengers. Oh, yes, shooting a handgun in the middle of a blurry action scene with fragile windows lining every wall will almost guarantee your safety. I mean, what could possibly go... No. No, you can't be serious. That's fucking right, folks. Rather than letting the few remaining survivors into the cockpit, where they would be guaranteed much more safety, they allow the soldier who was clearly armed to begin with to stay out with the biters as Pitt grabs a grenade, arms it, and lets it detonate. On the fucking plane. You know why this scene pisses me off? Not because of how badly it's paced, or how inbreedingly stupid the decisions of the pilots are.
We here at Soil and Telcos do not discriminate against any person of race, religion, gender, or sexual preference, and believe love is an open door, and in fact only hate each other.
No. The thing that fucking gets me is this. He's still alive!
It's alive! It's alive!
I'm calling it. I'm fucking calling it, because really, the rest of the movie is the same bland mess we've just been fucking watching. He gets a clue where to go from his army friend, he goes there, clue is gone, finds something else just as promising, goes to a new place, rinse and repeat. How I wish I could rinse myself for this movie. And honestly, that's the whole movie in and of itself. Just scene setups with hastily spouted exposition to serve as transition just for Brad Pitt to crash through to find the Crystal Skull, or whatever the hell he needs to find. And if you're wondering how it ends in comparison to the book, well, the book leaves on an optimistic note, actually encouraging the growth and resilience in human spirit, and how we're determined to move on in progress. Here he meets up with his kids, stares over the ocean with an Optimus Prime spiel, and cue credits. And this whole cure storyline, I couldn't understand what the hell was going on. Dormant zombies, bullshit about a cure, pathogens, and somehow meningitis is what helps disguise soldiers from zombies. It was all a mess, and it turns out that wasn't even supposed to be how it ended. So if the film couldn't care enough about how it ended, why should I? And that's what it boils to, because the movie just doesn't even end. It just stops. And Christ in hell, I couldn't be happier. There's only one fantastic book, and only one of these shit...
Actually, they're making 2 sequels.
What?
Yeah, there's gonna be 2 more movies with Brad Pitt.
You're fucking kidding me.
Nope.
No. 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 Fuck.